Today I'm making my special fried rice full of flavor, color and love. I started by prepping my veggies into a big bowl. I tossed in some sweet corn, chopped carrots, green peas, green beans, red bell pepper and fresh spring onions. Then it's time to build flavor. I seasoned them with a pinch of salt, paprika, garlic and ginger powder, thyme, coriander, curry powder, black pepper, pigment, decay, oregano, onion powder and a crumbs and a bouillon cube, seasoning cube, Maggi cube for that rich umami base. I give everything a good mix, making sure each piece is coated in that fragrant blend. Then I cover the bowl and let it rest in the fridge for about 20 minutes to soak in all that goodness. While the veggies chill, it's time for the chicken. I take my clean chicken pieces and season them using the same mix of spices. Once they are well coated, I cover the bowl and pop it into the fridge to marinate. Next up, I prep the meat. I cube the chicken into bite-sized pieces and add them right back into the marinade. Then I chop up some liver and toast that in too, along with some tender beef cubes, all going into the same bowl. I give it a final mix, making sure every piece is swimming in those bold, savory spices. Now everything marinating beautifully, packed with layers of flavor, and we are ready to move on to the next delicious steps. Now, while the rice is coming together, I move on to make a rich homemade chicken broth. Simple, flavorful, and packed with depth. I place a clean pot on the stove and add a bit of oil, just enough to coat the bottom. Once it's warm, I sprinkle in a pinch of salt and a dash of black pepper to season the base. Then in goes the marinated chicken, the bones and all. As it hits the pot, it starts to sizzle, releasing all those spices we used earlier. I let it stir gently, turning the pieces so they get a bit of color on all sides. This step isn't just about cooking the chicken, it's about building layers of flavor right from the start. Once the chicken starts to brown slightly, I add enough water to cover it completely. I give it a gentle stir, scrap up any browned bits from the bottom and then bring it to a bowl. As it simmers, the broth slowly takes on that rich golden color infused with the spices and the essence of the chicken. I let it cook down for a while, skimming off any foam from the top until the broth is full-bodied, aromatic and perfect for the rice. This broth is also perfect for wherever you decide to use it for. Maybe to cook rice, jollof rice stew or even more fried rice later. Now that my chicken broth is simmering beautifully, it's time to fry the rice. I place a large white pan on medium heat and add a good drizzle of olive oil. No need for salt here. The chicken broth is already perfectly seasoned and we do all the heavy lifting. Then I bring in my rice, thoroughly washed of course. That's a step I never skip. Washing your rice properly removes all that excess starch. And trust me, it makes a huge difference. It helps prevent the rice from clumping or sticking together, giving you that light, fluffy texture we want in fried rice. I pour the rice into the pan and begin to fry it gently, stirring and turning to coat each grain in the warm oil. The medium heat helps toast the rice ever so slightly without burning it, just enough to bring out a nutty aroma. This step lays the foundation for everything. As I stir, the rice starts to absorb the oil and gets beautifully separated. No mushy mix here. Once it's slightly fried and the grains are nice and glossy, it will be ready to meet that flavorful chicken broth. No! I told you don't deactivate the lamp.
I leave it.
Yes, leave the new one.
So what is this? No?
Drop us at the camping ground on the 5th. Oh. Daddy, help me check if he's. Show you if he's still going. That's what?
No.
He's ready.
It's only this more rice. Add more.